Hey y'all, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Today I am having a seafood pasta. As you guys can see, I have some green lip mussels in here. I have some shrimp, cucumbers. I have salmon, and it's the works. And I have a kiwi drink, strawberry kiwi drink. I'm gonna start off with a prayer. We're gonna dig in, we're gonna chit chat a little bit and enjoy the rest of our day. Amen and amen again. Let me. Okay. That's good. That drink is good. Let's see what we're gonna try first. In fact, I ain't even do a thumbnail yet. Let me see. Start like this. I don't know. We get it together. Give y'all the first bite. There you go. That thing look like it's glistening too. The shrimp pill. I tell you, this is good. It's good. I made that little sauce to add to it, to this pasta. So good. Salmon on point. Got it on the chin already. Alright, y'all. So I watched the show. I think it's called Diabolical. Yeah. Today. And boy, was it crazy. It was about this girl named Eugenia. She started dating this guy named Romero as a teenager when they was in school. And she told him that she was pregnant by him. And he had a little job. So his mom used to wonder why his checks and stuff was always gone. Well, he had to tell his mom the truth. Why it was always gone. It was gone because Eugenia was telling him she was pregnant and she needed to get an abortion. So she was getting her check. So his mom was like, their family was like really holy. So they didn't believe in abortions and stuff like that. So she was like, no, let me go talk to her mom. This has to stop. We don't believe in that abortion stuff. So she went over there, and the mom was like, she is not pregnant. I don't know who told you that, but and she was like, well, she told my son that. She was like, girl, look, she is a compulsive liar. She just like, she's terrible. She's my terrible child, and if I was you, told Romero, I will run and stay away from her. So she telling him this while they were teenagers. So he ended up leaving her alone, going to the military. Because she was 16, he was 18. He was about to finish school, so he ended up going to the military. And when he came back, some paperwork came in the mail, and Mom looked through it, and she saw that Eugenia and Romero were married. And he told her, told his mom, yeah, it's true. She told me she changed her ways. We got back together. So everything is good now. Well, she ended up getting pregnant by him. For real. Then having 4 kids together. And they started, he always was gone because he also had a job that he had to go to, and he would be out of the house for 2 weeks at a time. So she wouldn't stay there because one time their house got burglarized. So she was scared to stay there when he was gone. This is what she said. She was scared to stay there. So she would always go stay with a family member until he came back, her and the kids. So one day, Romero was coming home, and she had called the cops and said she knows something is wrong because the living room door was left open, and his keys were still in there, in the door, and his trunk was open. His vehicle trunk. And she told him she know her husband, he would never do that. So cop went in, found Romero's body in the living room. He was shot 16 times. So she told the cop, like, when they found him dead, she didn't even like really show any kind of real emotions. Nobody can tell you how you're supposed to grieve. But the family, everybody said hers was a little different. At the funeral, they had live footage of her smirking. She didn't even care. Like, everybody else was upset, sad. She was in there just smiling. They caught her on camera. Actually showed the clips of her smiling. So that started to raise red flags. So a couple days after the funeral, you know, he was in the military, so they gave him a flag, all that, and gave it to the wife. The family went to her house to go see the kids because they didn't see the kids since this happened. And when they went there, the house was completely empty. His clothes, all his clothes, his pictures all ripped up, and the flag burnt in the trash can outside of the house that she had left. She had to move to Mississippi. And her mom told them that, like, what was, like, where she was at and stuff. She moved to Mississippi to get away from everybody. So that was another red flag. What was she running from? Like 3 weeks later, she was in another relationship with some guy named Alex. So when the cop finally called up to her, they asked her. They started questioning her, asking her about the stuff, her not staying home, and you know, how things look crazy. She told them that her husband's weapon was stolen during their burglary. Now, she didn't tell them this when the incident occurred, because she did a police report that was the burglary in her house. She never told them that the gun was missing. She told them this now, after he was deceased. So, the same kind of gun that he got murdered with was the same kind of gun that he had in his house, which is his own gun. So they start looking at her phone records and saying, who was the last person she talked to before she talked to him, before she talked to her husband, because whoever she talked to after that, she could have been telling them, well, he's on his way home. So when they looked at the last calls, it was under it was like one of them prepaid phones or still phones you can get rid of. But they found the store that he got it from, and he didn't left his real name, well, left his name on the put his name on the account. Once he had his name on the account, he had it under Franklin Smith. So now they're looking for this guy, trying to see who it is. And come to find out, Alex's mom found out he was in this relationship with this girl, and she told them that her husband was beating on her. She needed to get away from him. She was about to leave him. So they just was waiting for her to leave him, so he can be with her son, because her son was a little slow. She said back in the day, if you would have gave him $20, he wouldn't know how much change he's supposed to get back if he go to the store. He didn't know none of that. Oh. She said there was no way of him comprehending all that stuff. So she said she was happy he found somebody that he was in love with. He told her he had to help her take care of kids and all that stuff. She was happy. She wants somebody to help her son. So the police got a call from the jail from one of the inmates in there, and told that he knows some information about Eugenia. This guy that was in jail, incarcerated, he was her brother-in-law, Eugenia's brother-in-law, that she was creeping with. She was creeping with her brother-in-law. And she said while he was creeping, she asked him, do he know anybody that do hits? Because she said she can't stand her husband. She hate that mother effer. She was talking real bad about him. He was like, nah. So he told them, I didn't kill him. And then they, looked at, he was in jail at the time of the killing, so he couldn't have did it. That's what the reason why the police went and looked at her calls and all that stuff and found out that guy. And he was only doing time for his death. The brother-in-law. He was only doing time for his death. So they get another call from, I had another informant, and he told them, I got some information. A buddy of mine stays at my house every once in a while because him and his wife is going through it. He said, but one day he came in there and he told him, oh, he got all drunk up and told him, I killed somebody. And told the whole story of what happened. Told him he killed him until he emptied the clip. He shot him until he emptied the clip. So, and the cops was like, well, what's his name? His name was Alexander Franklin Smith. So he used his middle and his last name. So that's how they couldn't find him at first. And the cops just looked at each other like, excuse me, we got him. And that was her boyfriend now, Eugenia's boyfriend, that she was using. And he told, the informant told the cop, they was just waiting for the insurance settlement to come through. So she was banking on getting that money, the insurance money, after she killed her husband. Now they found this information out 2.5 years later. And he was talking and running his mouth. They ended up giving him and her life in prison. And she tried to turn it on him. But like her mom said, she was always a liar. She ain't never changed. Nobody believed her story. Nobody. She said she was creeping with him, but he wanted more. And she told him that she couldn't have more and she wasn't leaving her husband. So that's the reason he probably killed her husband. Which was total bull and nobody believed it. So they sent her up the creek. For life, right along with him. Now she ain't got a kid. Her kids lost 2 parents. Not 1, but 2. So, now her children live with her side of the family. They're raising the kids. Which was really sad. I couldn't believe her. So I'm getting full. It's so good, y'all. It's so good. Take one more bite. And it's over. One last bite. Take it with the shrimp on it. Now that was a meal. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And turn on those post notifications so you know when your girl uploads her next video. Until next time, see ya.